What's up, everyone? It's the Toy Enhancer here again, bringing you another G.I. Joe Classified. This time, we're going to take a look at the Cobra Televiper Trouble Bubble, Python Patrol Edition. So, I'd like to start this video off by giving a big thank you to the Crusty Old Crow, who is a fellow YouTuber. Y'all go check him out, give him a like, subscribe. He's got some good reviews. He's very knowledgeable about old school and new school G.I. Joe. He does some great outdoor videos, and he just a real knowledgeable person, my type of guy. It's good to have a tight brotherhood in the toy community here, and especially on YouTube. So again, thank you to the Crusty Old Crow, and he is a toy YouTuber. You guys need to check him out, and thank you for letting everyone know about the contest that we're having on our channel. And if you haven't heard already, we're doing a diorama action figure giveaway. I'm going to give away a case of Joes. I'm going to build you a diorama that you picked, and we're going to send it all to you, and you're going to get to see the video on YouTube and everything of the creation of it. So just give your idea of what type of diorama you would like for classified G.I. Joes. Leave it in the comments, and then on December 25th, Christmas morning around 10 o'clock, I'm going to go live, and we're going to announce the winner. All right, so let's get into the Cobra Televiper here, Flight Pod. And again, I can understand why some people are like, it's Python Patrol. I'm not too much into Python Patrol. One of the major things that got me into Python Patrol was, and it came out in '89. Okay, so that's when '89 was released. And one of my favorite toys came out, and it was the Python Conquest. And here it is. This is just a real amazing jet, and I love the paint scheme on this, from the silver tones to the black with the overlay crimson mesh. It's like a burgundy color. I just always really love this. I got the Stratoviper in there piloting it, because it actually didn't come with a pilot, so I put one of the best pilots in there. But yeah, this came out in '89, and a couple other toys were modeled after this paint scheme, but this one was just one of my favorites. And I'm telling you right now, I'm pretty sure the next HasLab is going to be the Cobra Rattler. This is the same equivalence, the same size as a Rattler. So I'm hoping, and I'm just going to expect that they're going to eventually put this out with all the Python Patrol stuff that we have, the characters. They've already launched a lot of stuff. Here we are now, about to open a Trouble Bubble. So Hasbro, please make this jet. It just looks beautiful. I would love to put a 6-inch figure in something like that. All right, so again, let's get it cracked open. Well, let's take a look at the box first. So we got a bunch of Trouble Bubbles just flying around. Missile flying through the air, a bomb. Shows us goodies. The side. Here's the back. Comes with a Televiper with alternate heads. And all the goody stuff. I really like the way that they tinted the lens on this Trouble Bubble. I can't wait to pop it open and get into it. So let's do it. Without further ado, let's open our new Trouble Bubble. So I got this from Target, guys. Obviously. And they shipped it very well. So came in a nice box. They did a good job. This is how they come out. So you got your carded packaging. Right. And then you got your big locker. All right. So we're going to take a look here. This is how it comes right out of the box. You got that beautiful card art. Now, one thing that I'm wondering, because I made a nice collage out of all these. We put them up on a foam board and painted some trees behind it. And we painted all the little rope twist ties that came with your action figure. I painted all of them black and made it look like vines hanging out of the tree. So if you get a chance, go back into the short videos on this channel, and you'll see where we made a nice collage out of all the black and whites that we received so far. But what I'm wondering is is this the same one? I don't know. My collage is all the way out in my art room in the garage, so I'll have to check it out later. But if it is the same one, I don't know if I'm going to put another one up there. But anyways, let's get them out of the cart here. All right. Got the Viper Free Televiper, our communications expert for the Cobra team. Came out of the box nice. I just might, unless it popped off, be missing a gauntlet. Or no, maybe he just has one. We'll have to take a look at him. Let's take a look. I'll tell you what, I'm curious enough to take a look. Okay, so yeah, he has one gauntlet. False alarm. I'm thinking of Vipers with the double gauntlet. So yeah, here he is. Nice. He's looking great. I love that bright yellow. I know some people don't like it, but I do. I like the burgundy color accented in a little more, but also this gray mesh pattern. I love that. And so Python Patrol, they had this, the whole theme behind Python Patrol is that this Python Patrol pattern that they had on their vehicles and their clothing, and it was supposed to be like radar proof and all that, like you couldn't see them coming. So what was the theory behind it? Again, similar to the other Televiper we got. Just a nice, beautiful Python Patrol paint scheme. Some boots. I just love that pattern. He's looking good. All right, I'm gonna try to pop the trouble bubble out. And I believe I opened my first trouble bubble on the first go, but I've opened a couple of them since then. Sometimes you got to be careful with this lens, with the piece of plastic that wraps around it. So I highly recommend, I'll just take a blade to it and I'll cut them like that. So I highly recommend not prying that off like I do sometimes with figures. Yeah, I guess you should always cut those ties. But when I was opening additional trouble bubbles, when the first round came out, I almost broke this part on trying to get it off of the tie. So here it is. We have the same little minor adjustment you might have to make on the hood, and that is the same issue with the other treble bubble. A lot of them, I was able just to move and to click into place, or I would start, with that end. But some of them, like I have other treble bubbles where I had to just take a file and just file it down a little bit. It's like a minor factory defect, and you can't even really notice it. I mean, it's not. It's like such a nitpick thing to be like, oh, that's not sitting right. But I mean, if you want it to sit down in there, some of them you do have to file that little part. It's just a little. You can see where it's kind of out of whack, and it's just like a mold defect. Nothing major. It doesn't bug me. I know a lot of people have brought it up, and a lot of people have dealt with it, and we've already found a way around it. But yeah, it's always on that same side. It seems to be, and you know they will push down in there though if you just turn it to the side. So it's all right. This is cool. I love this silver and Python Patrol pattern. They incorporated in it. I love the tinted lens. That's just beautiful. It looks good. It looks a lot better now that I have it in hand. I know I say that with a lot of items, but again, this is one that I was like, yeah, I've never really seen a treble bubble Python Patrol, so it's cool. I definitely want to get it, but I wasn't like too crazy about it. But I do love Python Patrol, obviously from when I was a kid. So let's get down into the locker. Here we go. We got the Televiper and Cobra Flight Pod Treble Bubble. And he's number 98 in the line. Isn't that exciting, guys? That he's 98, and we're we're about to get our HISS tanks, and they have the final 3 characters. I think the HISS tanks include 99, number 100, and number 101. I believe that's the way it is. Just comment in the comments if I'm wrong. I do apologize. But yeah, 98. We're almost to the solid 100, and I know we have a couple figures past 100 already, but it's just exciting to have when I finally get the full 100 on the shelf. It's just a sign of completion to 100 for me. Just a great thing to be excited about. Really, it excites me. All right, so I'm gonna rip open one. See what's in here. Aha! So this is our propulsion pack, which sits on the back of the flight pod, and just gonna clip into here. Nice. And we have our directional rudders on there, right below the jets. They do move. Nice. Pegs in there pretty well. Seems legit. Bust this next bag open. And we'll dump out these goodies. Hey everyone, now's a good time to maybe give a like and subscribe. And if you're new to the channel, follow me, because we do tons of reviews, and we have diorama builds and action figure modifications and customs, and we do free giveaways. I'll probably start going live once a week, and we'll do a giveaway every now and then, and I just want to give back to the toy community. I want you guys to be excited to watch all this toy action on YouTube, and get a little something out of it for yourself. That's a nice yellow missile. It's going to pour it on there, but I'm going backwards. Sorry, fellas. Sorry, everyone. So that's our missile. And we come with 2. But there's an additional port piece. So I'm looking for these things. Okay. These are your little dog bone ports. Very similar dog bone shape that they used back in the day for the older Cobra and Joe vehicles. Let's see. And these will port into there. Make sure you get the, I think one side goes, yeah, they are designated sides. So one might not fit in the other side as well as the other does. Here to tell you. And then these will hold your missiles that have the dog bone cut out from there. All right. Nice. All right, let's go to the rail gun. It's not too bad. Give you an idea of what it looks like close up. Detailed well. And like the last one, I'm going to take the propulsion pack off for a second. And these missiles might fall off, but this process here, you definitely want to get a firm grip. All right, and I like to do it like this. I get a firm grip on that actual yellow unit, and I'm going to push, twist, push, and that one actually clicked in. And once you hear that click into that ball joint, then you know you're good. It's not going to go all the way up. Don't try to cover that because it's on a ball. It can swivel left, right. It can go up, down, and it has ball joint movement. It's articulated. So be real careful with that. I've seen a lot of pegs break. I feel bad. I imagine if it fell off a shelf, that could be a possible thing that could break. I've had a lot of trouble bubbles like these, the old school ones, very fragile. The propulsion pack falls off all the time. If they fall, you know that I've had some of them that just bit the dust. So don't be surprised. The trouble bubble was always, even when it came out in the 80s, it was always a delicate vehicle. But you had to keep up with the parts and be careful with to a certain extent, if you know what I mean. There it is, guys. Looking great. And we'll go over some of the Televiper alternate head. It's the one where he's like wearing a visor. It almost looks like a virtual reality thing or some kind of tech on his face there. Then we come with the lighter tone skin. Nice. It makes you want to buy 3 of them because you want to show all the heads so you have a diversity of Televipers. This is the hose. They did it in a nice red. Ports in right there. And again, I mean, is it a camera? Is it a gun? What is it? I've always thought it was a camera when I was a kid because like the Televiper, like I thought his main thing was to televise. He would go around and televise what G.I. Joe and Cobra battles, you know, while Commander or Destro were up in some palace somewhere or some secret hideout watching all the crap go on, you know, most of the time. And I thought that when I was a kid, I thought that was the main purpose of a Televiper. Tell me what you think in the comments. Is it a camera? Is it a gun? What is it? And then finally, this is the last item we have. It's the bomb for the flight pod. And these are extremely similar to the ones that we got back in the day. I've seen people port these into all kinds of crazy different places, but the one that I've most recently seen, they did it like this. I haven't even tried it yet. But yeah, I don't know how well it will stay there, but it is ported back into the rifle. and that being such a small. But the gentleman that showed it on Facebook, I wish I could give him the credit because I sure would. I don't like to steal anything, but I did see it on Facebook, and he set it down just like that. And not saying that it's always going to stay in there, but it is a good place for it, I believe, out of all the different places I seem to put it. So everyone, there we are. That's our Python Patrol Trouble Bubble. Now leave a comment. Tell me what you guys think about it. Are you into Python Patrol? Do you have hopes for the Python Patrol Conquest to be released one day? Let me know what you guys think. I hope you enjoyed the review. Thanks, everyone. Have a good one.